I'm dolo, and I'm good with that.
Don't fuck with me. I'm
backed by God, so I don't even know how to have the fear you need me to have.
Boy, if you weak ass niggas even thought of doing something to me, I light y'all bitch ass up.
I don't fuck with nobody. So when you fuck with me, I'm fuck with you.
You want to be somewhere where people are all trying to grow. And if you going behind, guess what they gonna do? Tell you, hey bro, you to get right or get the hell on. You see what I'm saying? But them the type of people you need to be around because that holds you to a standard.
If you can't receive someone telling you something, and even if you don't like who's saying it, if you're focused on what they're who's saying it than what they're saying, you're not emotionally intelligent.
That's a fact.
You're emotional.
God put me through a lot of trials and tribulations so that I wouldn't get complacent, so that I could remember who the fuck I am.
Obsessed with finding myself now and not having to prove anything to anybody other than myself. I believe in wins and lessons. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Everything is a lesson.
You can't let nothing break you. I don't care what the situation is, my nigga. Don't let that shit break you, because it's always a
Stay
way.
you. Be you, be different. Don't try to follow no ways. What work for somebody else ain't gonna work for you.
Oh, I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to struggling, better myself. Or I'm just trying to be a better person. Yeah.
Giving your best is enough. And sometimes we lose track of that. So for anybody out there, you know, you're enough.
If one door closed, another one don't open.
I'm someone you really shouldn't put your hands on. So just make sure that this what you want, because I'm not gonna stop, and I'm very resourceful.
See, I'm not one of them niggas that know a lot about a little. I know a little about a lot, bitch. I might not be the brightest candle on the cake, but bitch, I'm lit.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you?
Okay, ready? I'm gonna be.
Bitch on the ride of my bed like a Mustang. I gotta watch on my wrist is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I see my baby to bring it right round. See ya.
I thank you, Lord, for my birth and everything that's followed. I thank you, Lord, for today, and I will pray for tomorrow. I thank you, Lord, for your guidance, because it's all that counts. And right here, right now, Lord, this is your house.
Yo, it's your boy Light Buddha Mike back at it again with another TikTok live reaction number 314. Been a long time coming. But this gonna be a kind of different show, man. Hopefully it goes as good as I planned, because I wanted to. But let's keep it going and hit y'all with the roll.
I want people to keep hanging on and believing that they have control. That mathematics that I just described to you is why I do not believe they have any control, along with they're still trying to kill me actively. Our own people and 2 other countries in the last 6 months. Now, I'm nobody, I'm 43, I'm disabled, I'm right here. Why keep that up? Because there's more to this story. It's an interdimensional war, and I'm previously part of that beacon system. And my records are here on Odyssey. You can take a look if you want to. I have no issue with anybody except that I do not believe they're going to apologize to anybody in SRA whatsoever. This is technology. They lied to you. And any of you that are in the super soldier community, in my opinion, if you're still feeding the databases because you're connecting with them, please stop. You should never have a silver cord. Those are D-Wave computers that are underground. And those plasma cores will subsume humans. The less connectivity, the better. So what's the real problem then? Why am I so upset? Why don't I believe they're going to save us? Why do I think that math is such a problem? Throughout my time, since April of 2022, I had no idea how ridiculously cryptographically this was until I saw a February 2022 article from, I think it's Indonesia, and they were discussing how to hide the social digital ID, certain fields within it. Slicing, network slicing. So of course, you know, those of us who play video games, Bioshock, oh, so funny. So 6G low pan, your low energy green power is generated out of the piezoelectricity of you moving around, Black Mirror Netflix style. That's real. That's at IEEE 802.14.5. If you can't find it, go through my links, you'll find it. So here it is, right? That PAN is a personal area network. She uses your biofield. Yeah, it's electromagnetic in human flesh. That's the new network, yes. So now, what you don't understand, because you're not a network engineer and you're not into math and all that, and you're like, what are you talking about? These nodes, the things that your energy workers have been calling etheric parasites, they feed into the big etheric parasites. They're radio frequency sinks. See, folks, you can't have that whole 802.14.5, or excuse me, 0.6. You can't have this, a wide body area network in which you have all this oversight, the metaverse, the Internet of Things, all this. You can't have it without those. All those little nodes feeding radio frequency sinks in what? Your body part. The biofield is a body part. The biofield is a body part. The biofield is a body part. So now remember all those companies and people and stuff I listed off? They're not telling anybody nothing. They're at war. They are not under control. No. Just like in the 70s. We have a massive learning curve. It basically dipped out and left. They never told anybody nothing. And I don't think that people with N3 architecture, which would, for those of you following along, Kathy O'Brien's daughter, that would be N3. You can't talk. It's down to your bone marrow and you grow with it that way, whether you're injected or it's done in other ways. So I got two people sitting on the couch. Let's say it's my husband and your child, okay, whoever you are listening to me. And you and I are in the kitchen. We're chilling. And I have a small little area here. I don't have much, but my little quail and hobby farm and my two neighbors. And all of a sudden, you know, your husband or wife comes running in with a radio frequency meter, and they're like, we've got an incoming signal. Because those signals are tailored to your DNA. They're not going to come off the big radio waves to set off the vax and have some big showdown. That's not how it works. So they come in and they're like, we got to find the signal and stop it. This is what people think. Well, I'll go turn off the tower. I'll cut it down. That doesn't stop the signal. The signal is seeking your DNA. It's hunting your human biofield. So I'll jam the satellite that's sending the signal. I'm sorry. In page 1 inside of this book asserts that those autonomous CMOS chips are not able to be accessed as part of the striker units when they roll through your neighborhood. And that's why I know how this works, because again, I've read the binomial algorithm down to every single command that it uses with every single phrase and every single JOULE of power and energy out of your bones using piezoelectricity. Amen. They're autonomous. That's what it says. And that's what they are. Project Salus, my parents saw it in 1969, but that's what was running all this COVID stuff, and in the Artificial Intelligence Symposium. Data science, they said. Project Salus, 1 So, do you remember that your husband, or excuse me, my husband and your kid are sitting on the couch, those two people, right? And the RF people jam the satellite, and then they run out there and cut off the tower, but the signal's still coming, and so they go to track it, and they're over there by the couch, and they're like, it's coming from here. Yeah, it's coming from the biofield of my husband and your child, so shut it off. How? Stop their DNA. Well, there's only one way to do that, and it's a little more than double tap, isn't it? That's what you're looking at here. That's why 802.15.4 is a permanent set of biosensor magnets that the little Twitter twits thought it would be, so that they could offer everybody the metaverse. Well, it is. It is. But they don't understand how it works. They think we're killing the planet. They have no idea that geoengineering is finished in 2025 and that none of these plans have been interrupted. They're marching forward lockstep. Everybody's too busy wrapped up in stupid crap and Alex Jones and then whining and not doing anything about any of this. Pace nostro qui es in cielo sanctificatur nomen tuum gloria ordinem tuum fiat voluntas tua sicut in cielo et in terra panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie et dimitte nobis debita nostra sicut et nos dimitimus debitoribus nostris et ne nos inducas in tentationem sed magna nos malo. Gratias Deo. Heavenly Father, thank you for another beautiful day and an opportunity to speak to the Blue Water community, given all the wonderful health benefits and advice that I've gotten from them over the years, and the laughter and watching through Linda and Christian 21 and just all the different people that seem to truly be fighting for humanity. So may I throw whatever information I can towards those folks so they can use it to their advantage. Amen. Including your prayerful people that are all over the place. Amen. All right. Scald. Well done. Okay, so 2022 is going to be that year of like interestingness, to trying for blood work here. People lift off the ground in 2024. They hunt down whoever isn't playing along in 2025. 2026 is the first singularity. 2027, the airships arrive. From there, we've got 3 years to change over 2030. I really don't think this is the end. I think they're trying to force it. And that's why I think it's really important not to fall for the cute-heartedness again. Caniquitech was just labeled on the CISR for the NRO today, it's the same people pushing the same buttons. Echelon, that's where I come from. Wanna Savin's a liar. These people are really not good people. We can't take the chance if you're a person like me who's still being hunted for what? I think I got it figured out. I'm going to make the joke, my magic prayer cards. They're somewhere around here. So I'll make some those magic prayer cards that are apparently so threatening national security. I don't think so. I think it's because they know that I know how to throw my field, and that means that there's a lot of energy workers out there that probably do too, if they knew what they're actually dealing in, like how this technology is in our Internet of Things actually works. It's your wireless, your router, and it is definitely already working. It is everywhere in the world. The sensor hunters have been around a long time. They just didn't tell anybody. They filled everyone's houses with tons of this LiDAR technology, and then they filled up their SOSA and MOSA at the DoD. They're convinced they've got it all under control until you add in all that math, and now everybody's got an app for that, and they're running wild with the oldest human telemetry in existence. And nobody knows really what's going on. So they throw them back in the four circles of hell. Whatever they believe in is what they're going to see. Why? It's called ambient energy. It's real. The astral plane is our crown chakra all connected together, and they got it. And now they've got everybody to where they can shut you off at the cerebellum level, use your body for whatever they want, and you don't even need to have one of these. All you have to have is a human body standing next to you. That's what 6G low pan is. I hope that helps you. Amen.
That's a good way to start off the show right there, I tell you what. See, if they're going to hit us with these cell towers, because that's how they're going in with the rolling in the Gs. So it's going to be 6G this year, 7G next year, and so on and so forth. Until the gigahertz that we are trying to receive from these towers is either cooking us, because that's what they want, is to take away the longevity and to basically fry us like microwaves, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say get you a Faraday room where you ain't really got to worry about none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what you gotta get, that shit. It's like Faraday. Aluminum, you get either copper, something that only bounces off single, not, you know what I'm saying? But that's what you want. That's it. We try and protect everything. We don't want to be cooked. Yup. Every night from 9 to 9, we get cooked. Fucking, I be waking up sweating. Like, what the fuck? I think we gotta turn off the Wi-Fi, people. Gotta turn off the Wi-Fi. But still got ignorant people out there that don't understand that you're getting cooked by radio waves. Just like inside of a microwave, you're getting cooked outside of it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Flames.
Yeah. At this point, I would want, why?
Adding more instability, older controversies resurface fast and latch onto the moment. Within hours of the Epstein documents trending, archived stories about Jay-Z's past legal issues circulate again, including his 1999 arrest involving record executive Lance Rivera and later probation. Old headlines don't stay buried when pressure like this hits. That incident has long been framed as closed history, something settled and boxed away. But now, it's being reshaped as part of a broader pattern, a repeated closeness to dangerous situations that people can't ignore anymore. At the same time, renewed attention turns towards separate lawsuits alleging misconduct involving Jay-Z and Sean Combs, including claims connected to a 2000 VMA after party. Both men have publicly denied wrongdoing, but the timing still hits hard. Even though these cases are legally separate, their collision creates a heavy narrative pull that's hard to escape. Industry insiders call it the stacking effect. That's what scares brands and partners the most because it makes future headlines feel unavoidable instead of theoretical. The pressure keeps climbing because, in the public mind, the Epstein release doesn't feel finished. Officials may say it's complete, but the Department of Justice confirms that around 200,000 pages remain withheld or heavily redacted for privacy and privilege reasons. No detailed explanation is given about what's missing. That empty space becomes fuel for speculation. A deputy attorney general even admits publicly that there's a hunger for information these documents won't satisfy. That statement lands like a quiet warning. Insiders say this uncertainty is more destabilizing than any single claim. It means no one can honestly say the worst is over. Every redacted page looks like a potential landmine. Every delay lets imaginations run wild. For a couple whose strength has always come from control and precision, that lack of closure hits hard.
I guess he's holding the flag, so he did the right thing for his camp, and but I didn't take it as a real threat. I took it as a flip of a line.
By now, the idea that this is just noise fully collapses. It gets replaced by a more uncomfortable question that nobody wants to say out loud. If this marriage were only about personal connection, it would be handled quietly behind closed doors. But if it's also a shared enterprise built on reputation, partnerships, and long-term positioning, then a crisis like this forces moves that have nothing to do with romance. People close to Beyonce insist her anger is an emotional chaos. It's aimed at exposure itself, at the reality that one name in one document can put everything she's built at risk. The silence from both sides looks strategic, not defensive. This feels like calculation, not denial. With more than 3 million pages already released and no clear breakdown of what's still sealed, the real question hovering over everything.
Yes, this is just misdirection. Cause the way I see it, you ain't hearing nothing from both of them because either they are in court or in jail custody, so or probation and house arrest.
The key is what you have to realize, that if the most ancient God or the creator God that created the universe, not this sphere. There's a difference between the creator of the earth and the lower realms and the creator of the universe and the gods. The most ancient God broke pieces off and he's in all of us. Then you are the original creator yourself. If going back to my observation, is not the cup here the same as the content in this jug? Same thing. So who is the original creator? You are the original creator, because the energy that was of the original creator that created the universe is in you. You get it? You get it? You got me, honey? Yeah, just give me a little bit, is in you. And as a result, you went through this hell, and later on, because you have the original creator in you, you later day will redeem yourselves. Full circle. Do you get where I'm coming from here? This is how the party plays out.
Starts with us, y'all. All you gotta do is accept it. Remember, what you're trying to do is not bend the spoon, but bend your mind.
So I've been to Kroger, I've been to Target, I've been to Walmart, I've been to Aldi, Food Lion, Piggly Wiggly, Whole Foods, and Fresh Thyme. Every single one of them has a prepackaged ground meat that will not tell you, number one, where it comes from, number two, where it's packaged, and what kind of procedures that it goes through in order for us to know that it's safe. If you ask them behind the counter, they're going to tell you there's a thing on the back, scan it with your phone, and it's going to take you to a website that the FDA has put out there. And what it's going to say is, it could either be 3D printed, it could be a cloned animal. Let's just put it out there. If that's a problem, well, TikTok, you need to check the FDA website, because it says it could be. Folks, God, I gotta be careful.
Yeah, I'm 3 of them. I'm pretty sure DJ is 2 of them, because she watches it on her TV, and you're probably watching it on your TV. So that accounts for 7, and I don't know who the other 2 are. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe when you come in, you guys. Appreciate you.
It just happened. Trump gave the word. Israel moved first, and now everything is collapsing. This isn't just speculation. This isn't saber rattling. This is the final blow. While you were sleeping, the plan snapped into motion. ICE raids across U.S. sanctuary cities, Iranian sleeper cells taken down, lasers, explosives, encrypted networks, real threats neutralized. And behind it all, a court ruling that changed everything. President Trump now has the constitutional firepower to send in the National Guard anywhere, anytime. And he just did. But it's not just over yet, guys, because what just leaked out of Tehran, it proves that they weren't just planning to hit Israel. They were already here. And this is exactly why President Trump's DHS unleashed a nationwide crackdown last night. Antifa-linked operatives, nuclear intel buried in storage units, ICE agents under attack, and finally fighting back. So guys, you're going to want to see what Israel did next, how Gavin Newsom tried to stop it and ended up getting steamrolled, and what the Ninth Circuit just gave President Trump full power to do next. So stick with me, guys, because in the next few minutes, you're going to see how Iran's nuclear plot got all the way to California, while sanctuary cities they became ground zero, and why President Trump is now calling this the final warning before total collapse. By the way, if you guys appreciate the daily news updates, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's get into this whole thing and how it all exploded, because the truth is, this crackdown, it didn't just come out of nowhere. It started with one word: Iran. June 20th, 2025, the White House dropped a bombshell. They confirmed what many of us had already suspected. Iran can now produce a nuclear weapon in just weeks, not years, not someday, but weeks. Now listen, this isn't just talk. Iran is enriching uranium at nearly 90% purity, which means they already have enough nuclear material for at least 10 warheads. You heard that right, guys, 10. But here is where it crosses into full-blown national emergency. Intelligence sources discovered that Iran was moving materials through U.S. ports, through our own airports, guys, using smuggling networks routed through states with weak enforcement. And guess where they're headed? Sanctuary cities. The same cities where ICE has been blocked. The same cities where criminals hide in plain sight, shielded by soft-on-crime politicians who would rather virtue signal than secure the homeland. But here's the next part, guys. And this
Yeah. See, they always been against us. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I always see it. Say he had to say some sort of lip surgery. He had some kind of sickness on his lip before. Yeah, he probably got bit by a dog or something. Him and Ben Shapiro got the same kind of lip. We'll see if I can switch this real quick. StreamYard there. Let's
Free Rashad Jamal, they gave him 16 fucking years for waking the world up and exposing the elites, they wasn't fair. He taught a lot of spiritual things that most niggas never knew about this fucked up ass world. Like what else was he supposed to do? He united the black community, something most of y'all can't do, but people steady hating on him. What the fuck, like I'm confused. His baby mama didn't wanna see him win, so she framed him. There was no proof, just a hearsay, they so shameful. Child molestation, they hit black leaders with the same.
try to fix this real quick. Stuff's been acting a little bit funny. There we have it. See, I just had to switch to a different one, I think. No? Nope, still not letting me do it. It's weird. All right, there we go. Boom.
If you want to take care of your body, you start eating better. If you want to take care of your mind, stop watching stuff that make you mad, emotionally pissed, consumes your energy. Energy is real, and controlling your energy, whether you believe it or not, is a real thing. There are great entities trying to control your energy. That is real, whether you believe it or not. People will consume themselves staring at it and just wanting to find more hate and see this and that. That's so unhealthy for your life. Think of how much purity and love you have inside you to offer to so many people. Tap into that.
Yeah, Jim got it.
If you want to take
Jim knows his shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been fucking with Jim for so long. Don't let me play next one right there.
Go ahead, son.
As I was
If you want to take care of your body. If you want to take
Go ahead, son.
As I was going back to see, he pointed out for me that I could go back when I want to. Go back to where? Huh? Go anywhere.
Sir, could you stand up? We can't hear you. Could you stand up over there by the mic?
You mean to Africa? Do you mean to Africa? Do you mean to Africa? We are not Africans no more. You have our great grandmothers and stuff and changed us. Let me finish. And gave us a name as a Negro. I am not a Negro. A Negro is a person with a slave at the man. I just want to tell you that. And don't say nothing else to me.
Sir?
My name is Reginald Dodge. I live at 3319 Maple, one of the ghettos areas that was pointed out in the film. I'd like to direct a question to Reverend Mitchell. Do you think that we will be satisfied with the jobs they are giving us?
Yes, son, I think so. Simply because we are asking that you be trained on the job, and they start you off with a certain salary start rates, and you would be promoted up to the maximum job.
No, I don't believe that. White man is gonna keep you where he got you. You're not going no higher than he wants you to go, and we ain't gonna settle for nothing but all the way. About this violence and non-violence, I'm for violence. Because we have pleaded for the last 400 years.
Mr. Mixon, you did not speak for him. How would you talk to a young boy like that?
Well, I would say I would definitely have to use the Bible, Mr. Dillon.
No, I don't hear.
Well, this is my own way.
I ain't no Uncle Tom.
Well,
see,
salvation.
You can't brainwash me.
Jesus said, first you seek the kingdom of heaven, and its righteousness, and all of these things will be added.
Heaven is on earth. Mind you, brother.
Where you gonna go when we start revolution? Whose side are you gonna be on? Are you still gonna be on your knees begging for us jobs?
The white people realized today that they was wrong for enslaving the Negro. The great mass, let me finish. I'll wait. Why, if you so militant and so intelligent, why don't you keep your mouth shut?
I'll tell you why, Reverend Mitchell, because I'm sick and tired of you standing up there on a television camera, a black man with a white heart and a white face. You're a black Anglo-Saxon, you're disgraced to the race, standing up on a white man loving you. Ask Medgar Evers' wife. Ask the prayers of the 3 civil rights workers in Mississippi. Ask Jimmy Lee Jackson's mother. Understand? Ask Grace Louise of 5 children who were shot in the head because he's riding with a black boy in the car. You stand there and talk like an unmitigated fool. I'm intelligent enough for that, but I don't want to listen to your drill. May I?
See, I'm a new generation, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Revolutionaries are scary, but revolution will not be televised. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they did that shit to Jimmy. Shit, did that shit to Malcolm. They don't want none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They did that shit even to Bob. You know what I'm saying? Bob Marley got that shit. Even B.O.B. got that. You know, they assassinated his career, and now he building it back up. He building it back up. B.O.B. still back. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come back. We gonna get it. Watch.
Let's decode the law of placebo real motherfucking quick. The ultimate key to your God level reality. Listen, your self-beliefs, self-esteem, personality, that is the blueprint. Crafting your personal reality, your personality. Placebo effect proves it. Your mind's neurochemistry, subconscious patterns, fight or flight, wiring straight up influence and creates the world that you see. That trauma, poverty, guilt, shame, abuse from ages 1 through 6, it's embedded in your genetics. Nervous system receptors, you've been on autopilot, projecting bullshit from colonizing programming. But you're 80 to 99% water, you melanin kings and queens. Only 99% water's memory had carried millions of years of ancestral genetics. Junk DNA, that's pure gold. Generational curses? Fuck no. You're the spell breaker. Tapping 144,000 frequency equals 9 ether beings. 1 plus 4 plus 4 equals 9 for 9 ether beings. The 9th letter in the alphabet is I. And it says in the Bible that people that went to heaven are the people who had God written in their foreheads. And you will find God in the land of Pineal, which is Craz consciousness, the highest level of spirituality. Your brain, higher awareness. God in Christ, Black and Latino ascended masters like Yeshua. Yeshua etymology means I am. Craz consciousness is Buddha, Tupac, MJ, Krishna, Malcolm, Bob Marley, Marcus Garvey, and all these divine leaders. All cosmic healing shit. So reprogram your subconscious mind and cleanse your astral, etheric body and your chi and your ashe. Electrical magnetic field, your energy, your chi. The real trinity is the mind, heart, and gut. Transcend the 7 deadly sins, your chakras, your ego, skin, your sin. 5 sevens, which equals the 5 elements, which is the matrix track. Believe equals be, lie, Eve. Because you gotta believe the Eve story to get trapped in belief. So you quantum jump timelines, family. Break these ancestral chains and manipulate the 3D matrix with placebo vibes. Align to your higher self, Craz God frequency. Every version of you in the quantum field, including that dream self, that's your 144,000 ascended mastery, your higher self. Wake up, chosen ones. You're the motherfucking key. Manipulate reality and fuck this system. Escape the system. Quantum leap to God mode. And Ashe. I love y'all, and I'll see you in your new frequency. Peace and ashe to the ancestors. One motherfucking love. Let's decode the law of placebo real motherfucking quick. The ultimate key to your God level reality. Listen, your self-beliefs,
I do know what he was talking about. He's been watching some of them Rashad Jamal videos. No lie, he's been watching some of them videos. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to do that, but let's keep moving. Told you I like the maps, man. I like the maps. If I was gonna be a pirate, I'd probably be the compass. Cause look at you guys want to understand some shit. Think about what they be talking about coming to Earth. The 3-eye atlas. All right, fuck the dumb shit. The 3-AI atlas or 3-eye atlas, whatever they call it. Think about us. If our third eye woke up then our compass, the atlas, would activate, would it not? Yes. So with the 3-eye atlas coming to Earth, they don't want us to reactivate to be our higher potential or higher self. In God mode, they will fear. You know what I'm saying? So they are afraid of what the sun activates in us when it comes to the light. Because they're not of the light like us. We are of the light. That's why we are people of the sun. You know what I'm saying? But yo, what's up, Ideal X? Ideal Expert. How y'all doing over there on Kick?
But incredibly, the giant animals weren't the real danger. The nightmare truly began when people looked up and saw lights descending from the sky. Lights came down from the sky. They weren't meteors or lightning. They were controlled, intentional movements, coming straight to the villages. They didn't descend hidden. The Watchers. That's what texts like the Book of Enoch call these beings. They appeared in public squares, entered cities as if they owned the place. The first shocking thing was their height. 8 feet, maybe 10. Much taller than any man of that era. But size was a detail compared to their appearance. Their skin emitted a faint glow, like heated metal reflecting light. Their eyes glowed in the dark. They spoke all languages, knew names, knew family secrets no one had ever told. And they arrived offering irresistible gifts. Seeds that germinated in half the time. Techniques for forging metals no one knew. Secrets about the stars, medicinal plants, planetary movement. The Book of Enoch lists the names of these leaders and each one's resume. Azazel taught warfare, swords and shields. Shemyaza taught sorcery. Barakel, astrology. It was a knowledge download that would take generations to develop naturally, all at once. But of course, there was a price, and they didn't ask for gold. They asked for the women. Genesis 6 speaks about this directly and brutally. The sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful and took wives for themselves, whomever they chose. It wasn't a polite request. It was a seizure. Families watched helplessly as their daughters were chosen by celestial beings. And when these unions happened, human biology was hacked. The women became pregnant, but what grew in their wombs wasn't normal. They were babies born 3 feet long with a hunger nothing could satisfy. The midwives knew at the moment of birth that this wasn't a human child. The babies born from these forbidden unions came into the world already about 3 feet tall. It wasn't genetic variation, it was the new species standard. The mothers suffered extreme pain and violent movements inside the womb. Many didn't survive childbirth. Apocryphal texts describe births from that era as something different. Babies that opened their eyes immediately and illuminated the room. But with the Nephilim, the miracle was actually a horror film. Growth was frighteningly fast. At 6 months, they were walking. At 2 years, they had the strength of an athletic adult. They broke furniture accidentally, knocked down doors, hurt other children during play. Not necessarily out of malice, but because they had no sense of their own physical power. At 5 years, they already reached the size of a human adult. At 10, they exceeded 10 feet, and in adulthood, they reached 13 feet tall. Some ancient records speak of even larger giants, which may be poetic exaggeration, but the message is clear. They were biological titans. They uprooted young trees like twigs, lifted rocks 10 men couldn't move, killed wild animals with bare hands. But the most disturbing detail wasn't the body. It was the mind. They learned fast, spoke early, understood complex concepts, but had no empathy. The Book of Enoch says they devoured the work of men. They consumed all agricultural production, then the herds, then the wild game. They were genetic psychopaths. They understood emotions in theory, but didn't feel them. Saw people as resources, cattle, not equals. Why obey a human father you can crush with one hand? At 10 years old, many had already killed. On impulse, in anger, out of curiosity. And when these hybrids reached full maturity, they decided they no longer wanted to be sons. They wanted to be kings. Imagine a ruler 13 feet tall, with incalculable strength and an appetite greater than 100 men. There was no police to protect you, no court to appeal to. His word was law. Anyone who questioned disappeared. Genesis calls these hybrids men of renown. In Hebrew, Anshe Hashem. They were the celebrities of the era. Heroes, champions, untouchable rulers. They built rough stone palaces on fertile plains, erected thick walls and demanded heavy tributes, grain, animals, gold, and women. Colossal statues were erected in their honor, temples where sacrifices happened, and the hierarchy was brutally simple. Them on top, humans at the bottom.
Oh yeah, they wanted that shit. That's some fuckery right there. Not about that life though.
It's like if you rap against Kendrick, you will lose.
Oh.
This man does this. Specifically, you know, on Street Fighter, you get like a Chun-Li, get a certain kick, and no matter what, you can't beat that thing. It's like if you rap against Kendrick Lamar, like Joe Budden said, never rap against Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
If you rap against Kendrick Lamar, it's a difficult task, but perhaps it's something. You know what I'm saying? I'm a psycho genius, so you know it could be. Yeah,
there you have it. Do not rap against Kendrick Lamar.
Unless you're a psycho genius
Unless
like me.
you're a psycho genius like Ye. Who's your big three?
Dylon. Yay. That's it.
That nigga killed me with that. Oh shit. Wasn't expecting him to hit me with the Dylon shit. Said fuck his Dylon. You don't remember that Diddy's making the band? You don't remember that? Dylon was the Rastafari one nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was like a rumpa-dum, a rumpa-ding. And then, like, Dave Chappelle even made a skit about that nigga. He's like, I spit hot fire. I rap and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rip. This is the way that Dylon speak. Because I spit hot fire, boy. It was funny because he choked, he choked Wyclef Jean and shit as a skit. It was Puffy. Dave Chappelle. That shit was hilarious. So yeah. No, what I'm talking about though.
Socrates could think. So that was
Jesus of Nazareth was the same way, right? Never wrote anything.
I thought he was a carpenter.
He was a carpenter.
We failed because of the carpenter. He was the thorn in our side. Our greatest threat.
Someone who's good with their hands and mind. Carpenter wins all the time.
Showed you guys the video of what they were doing, this ritual. These are quote unquote scientists that are dressed up in robes, stabbing someone, and they never gave an answer for this. Somebody caught them, recorded this, and they're like, oh, that was a joke. No further questions, no further answers. Shut this down. Something much deeper is going on here, something much more demonic. And the reason why I find this to be fascinating is because it's everything that I have learned studying Sigmund Freud. It's all coming together. I told you Sigmund Freud was a Satanist. He created a social science. You're talking about that blending of science and religion. You think it's different. It's not. Sigmund Freud is explicit that they create this science to mask their religion. Their religion consists of ritualistic sacrifice, harming innocent children. But if you say, I'm a doctor, I'm an expert, then suddenly, okay, people go, oh, okay, it's not that. This is not some demonic faith. Essentially, what Sigmund Freud is famous for is developing a breakthrough strategy for the elites. When they want to accomplish something from a religious perspective, all they have to do is present it to the public as a scientific breakthrough.
That is true. It's profound but true.
Who is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Doesn't want to be known, but if you want to find out, I mean, listen, everybody knows who was involved back then in history. Right. Google.
Right.
You know, they got Dr. Adam Back. I mean, Craig Wright was there. A whole bunch of people were there. Who is Satoshi? Well, that's the author of the fucking white paper. I don't know if they flipped a coin, drew straws to say who writes it. But if you want to know which one it was, run some authoring software against it, because everybody involved, especially Dr. Beck, had written dozens of technical papers. Let me give you some clues. In Satoshi's white paper, every word that has dual spellings for American and British English is British.
It's all British, yeah.
It's all British. Every sentence is followed by 2 spaces. Now that's a minority choice in most papers, but 2 spaces. Now, there are only 2 of the accused who were British, and only one of those has 2 spaces in every one of his papers. Figure it out, people. It'll take you 15 minutes. But he doesn't want to be known. I'm not going to name him.
I'm mad he didn't tell us. I mean, that's what it said it was. He was going to tell us, but he didn't tell us. Son of a bitch. That was a fucking lie, bro. That's why I want my money back. I mean, my time. Yeah, time is money, though.
It's going to be the emperor went to Epstein Island and ate people. And you know they do that. You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that.
You're freaking me out, man. Because you spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
There is a strong desire to freeze the current unfair state of things in international affairs. For centuries, they've been stuffing their stomachs with human flesh and they've been stuffing their pockets with money, but they must realize that this ball of vampires is about to end.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults, and they've covered it all up.
Yo, what up, Red? What up? What up? Roseanne. No, a lot of shit. No, a lot of shit. Too much, maybe, but nonetheless, it's good. It's you on our team, right? Alright. Keep it moving though.
Blood type O people should not eat pork and smoked salmon. These are not all. There are some meats and fish that people with blood type O should avoid. Eating according to your blood type helps you stay healthy and live longer. Now these are the meats and fish you can eat if you have blood type O. Beef, lamb, mutton, veal, venison, cod, herring, mackerel, and any kind of meat and fish except those listed as avoid or not allowed. Try to adhere to these blood type eating habits for healthy living. It helps a lot. Now these are the meats to avoid: bacon, ham, goose, pork. The fish or seafood to avoid are barracuda, pickled herring, catfish, smoked salmon, caviar, octopus, and conch. Remember that eating according to your blood type is a good practice to stay healthy. For information on any blood type, health tips, and other health information, please click on the follow button above. Like and share for others to benefit. Don't skip, please. Share it now.
Just thought I should you know what I'm saying, give you a little something out there, you know what I'm saying, Angela. Just heads up. Stay away from certain meats. You know what I mean? It's not for us. It's not for us. Let's keep it moving. What up, Pat?
What? Woman charged with child trafficking while working for Department of Family and Protective Services? I know you're lying. Do y'all look? Remember her face. Remember that bitch face. Cause bitch, you working for Child Protective Services and you're trafficking our kids? Fuck you, bitch. I hope they, you know what? I hope they find out what she did in jail so they can do what the fuck they need to do. Y'all don't know how bad that just pissed me off. Like, that really, really, really rubbed me the wrong way. You telling me, and it's probably happening a lot. It's probably happening oh so often and they are not getting caught. But bitch, you're working for the Department of Child Protective Services and you're trafficking our kids? Yep. The universe got something for her ass. I know it.
It most definitely do. It's probably gonna be a banana. You know, they be doing shit to people up in there, especially the females. Especially the females, they be doing all kinds of shit. You got two holes, three technically. I mean, if they try to do like the other two in your hair, your ears, you might die. But I'm just saying, you don't want to go to jail or prison unless you like being a bitch. But I digress. Let's keep moving.
What's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna go to jail?
Only answer my question, sir.
No, I'm asking. Equine, can I go to jail off of anything related to this lawsuit?
You're not here to ask questions, sir. You're here to answer.
What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? You crazy?
No, you can.
You don't know who you're talking to. I'm not some slave of yours, boy. What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? That's the dumbest. Are you crazy? You just told me I can't ask my lawyer a question.
Mr. West.
Exactly, Angela. So everybody got some kind of a hand in the pot. You know what I'm saying? And we getting got because we the pot. We getting got. But the thing is, there's a bigger picture. Because system can be shut down easily. Just like in every other country, their systems crashed. I wonder why. Keep moving.
I knew the Pizzagate shit was real when I turned 18 years old and realized that no adult that I knew or had ever interacted with would have any reason to constantly talk about pizza and pizza parties, because adults do not have pizza parties. The last time I had a pizza party, I think I was in like 6th grade. Okay, adults do not have pizza parties. They might have dinner parties, they might have charcuterie board nights. I do not know any adult, I have never heard of this happening, this is not a phenomenon online, where adults get together and order a bunch of pizza and eat it, okay? And like, when you become an adult and your frontal lobe develops and you really start looking at this shit through a different lens, you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? And how did it take people so long to catch on to this? Because I remember seeing this as a teenager in high school and even thinking then, like, that is kind of weird. Why are they always talking about, we all made our own pizzas? We all made our own pizzas at Jennifer Aniston's house. You're all invited to a pizza party at my house after this. Just like fucking bizarre. It's like, nobody would also, if they're so rich and famous, like, you know, why would they be making their own food? You know, like, all of them either go out all the time or a lot of them have private chefs. So like, I've seen a lot of these interviews and jokes and whatever. Of course they always try to frame it as, you know, a little joke, whatever. You know, where they're like, oh, well, you make the best pizza. You make the best pizza. And it's like, you know, these people haven't touched an oven in years. So what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, it wasn't funny, but I see what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they haven't touched pizza up there up in our stove. So maybe that's why at office places they throw pizza parties, like a test to see what words are used, and if you hit the right combination, you get the next level in the workforce. Jennifer Aniston surprised me. The files, as bad as they are, were put out at this time for a reason. When the system falls apart, they take us toward stay frosty everywhere. Exactly. My thing too is like I've been told shit. I've been said shit. You know what I'm saying? Like back in like 2022 and shit. I was like, man, I've been seeing these files. I already know who's all in it. I, the Hillary Clinton shit, the Hillary Clinton shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is atrocious. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should see somebody performing a snuff film with their assistant. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should see somebody with their face on somebody else's face while they're laughing at you. Nobody at all. But thanks to the Anthony Weiner laptop and all them shit, we have that shit. FBI, sick and sad as they are, you know what I'm saying? Sons of bitches don't know how to fucking do their job right. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to indict these people ASAP. No paps, you know what I'm saying? You get one, you could catch them all. It's like Pokemon around this bitch at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see it done. Trump, I want to see it done. Get her and her husband. Probably her daughter too.
Oh my days. Oh my diddy. These are not statues, brother. These are petrified people. Oh, you son of a bitch. So let me see if I got this straight. You're trying to tell me a man 600 years ago used a hammer and chisel for 2 weeks and he chiseled a skeleton? Come on, brother. That don't make sense. So the arm fell off and for some reason there's a skeleton type. I don't even know what that's meant to be. But how can that be inside the solid marble? You told me it was solid marble, brother. That a man used a hammer and chisel for 2 weeks. Yeah, Leonardo, Michelangelo, one of them, man, Donatello, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. How could he have chiseled that inside? And why? You only can see it if it breaks. Brother, that looks like a skeleton.
It did look like a skeleton though, so can't really say too much. So let's get it.
Remove the T, right, and remove the A in the bottom. What are you left with? You left with Amaru, Tupac Amaru, the plum serpent. Remember, Tameru, Amera, Tameri. All right.
Everyone is told that Africa is the cradle of civilization and that Egypt is its crown. But the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians themselves was writing about their homeland. And where do you think their homeland is? Where do you think they originated from?
Africa doesn't have stair steps going up it. It doesn't have temples on top of its summits. They could not go and break through the boat on the temples atop those great pyramids. There are none there. And that was the clue that Egypt was writing about the Americas. And the deeper I got into the records, the clearer it got. They started actually saying, and because Amun loved that land so much, he said it's his beloved land, and that word was Mary, the beloved. Mary, M-E-R-I, Mary. And the land, of course, as before, is Ta. So you have the beloved land. Ta-Mary. And they kept that name and just put the Ta on the end of it. So Ta-Mary became a Mary Ta. We simply say America. We kept the name that Egypt gave to the Americas. So that was the big mystery behind that $10 million map that Martin Waldseemüller made and then put the name America on it in 1507. And then those who knew and those who were trying to hide things said, wait a minute, you can't put that name on here. And the next time he reprinted that map, it was off. It was gone. Because that's the name that Egypt had given the land.
America. Compliments to Brother Caribio for his extensive research. Please go to his YouTube channel, hit the like button, and hit that bell so you can get notifications and check.
Yeah, that's messed up. We keep pushing. Said America KKK. So they blocked it. No, they didn't let her sentence go through.
Scientists just be saying shit, man. Literally just be saying. How can you prove to me that what happened in my dreams happened in another reality? How can you prove that? Like, you could barely even know what I'm dreaming about, let alone prove that it's another reality. Like, scientists must think this some kind of genjutsu, man. Like, oh yeah, everything that happens in your dreams happens for real somewhere else.
Yo, what up, Frank? Yo, what up, Jen? How's everybody doing? I'm glad y'all tapping in. You know what I'm saying? We got some videos. So sit back and chill, my friends. Let's get it in.
Watch this.
And our leaders are low-life scum that screw little girls so the Jews can screw America. That's what's happening in this country. I just said it. That's what's going on in this country. And our FBI is corrupt. The Supreme Court is corrupt. The Justice Department is corrupt. The news media is corrupt. The whole country is corrupt. Because we've walked away from Almighty God and we've allowed Kabbalah-practicing Jews to defile the nation. Put that video out. Go ahead and clip this video and send it out. I dare you. You won't do it because you're scared that the truth may get out to the American people. I've had it up to here with the corruption in this country. Little children being raped for the benefit of Israel. That's all it's about, Doc. Little American children being raped for the benefit of Israel. American politicians raping little American girls to be videotaped by Israeli Mossad so that Israel can blackmail American politicians. That's the state of America today.
We've seen the pictures. They're not only doing nasty things to babies, they're eating them. And you want these mofos to come to Iran and save Iran.
All I gotta say is, where's that one dude that said you gotta hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, because dudes coming through the windows and all that shit? Because that dude needs to make a second appearance on his shit, because that shit right there, homie. That shit right there, homie. Not today. Not these days coming in the future either. Taking it straight to the streets, sword and going out like Zorro, y'all. Sword in the teeth.
I got the goods. Roll call. Calling all struggle bitches. Every last one of you that can't survive without these helps, including Queen Bebe, 50 years old, running around dancing in a skivvies, using their kids for good press because her life sucks. And so does her tour. Hey, Giselle knows Carter. It does not matter how much money they spend, how many people, those tickets ain't gonna sell. And I'm gonna tell you why they're not gonna sell. Because God said no. God said no. There is no turning back. You're caught. I wish you had the common sense that animals do when they're caught. They just surrender.
No, Jaguar Wright was one of those persons that heavily speak out against the Carters. And I'm pretty sure you guys can all agree with that. You know, she was speaking heavily that the Carters were going to fall ever since around 2024 going up, right? Even earlier before that, but around those times, you know, she really started to get highlighted. She went on the Piers Morgan show and her words were starting to reach way more people. And I'm not going to say we're living to see that happen because that doesn't play out as yet. But what I would say is that I am witnessing the whole industry crumble. Secrets get exposed, lies get exposed, dirty acts get exposed, and the Carters are involved. That is what I'm living, or what I'm seeing getting exposed. Now, will they completely fall? I leave that up to time because I am not the one to determine that. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But as I stated, Jaguar Wright, amongst a few others, they always stated that the Carters are extremely wicked. Jay-Z, he literally sell out the black community. Beyonce is a extreme witchcraft and so on and so on. Like, you guys name it. The Carters, their name are mixed up in a lot of things. So, as I said, only time will tell what more things are going to get exposed and if the Carters will truly fall and their empire will truly crumble. Listen, I'm not the judge of that. I am not the judge of that. But I want you guys to let me know your thoughts, let me know your perspective. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section. Remember to drop a like and subscribe as it helps out a lot. And you'll be greatly appreciated. I want to say thank you for your time, my people. Thank you guys so much for watching. It is a boy, Premium Celeb. And as usual, I'm out.
Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. No, I'm just playing. Y'all enjoy the show, though.
You guys know that 1913 was the year we actually lost control of our country, right? Oh, and just for historical context, World War I started in 1914. I mean, look, I'm sure that was a coincidence, but let me just tell you all the things that were created in 1913. First, the Federal Reserve, which is neither federal nor has any reserves. It's basically a private bank that just controls all of our money. Second thing created in 1913 was the IRS. And I'm sure it's just a coincidence that it was created the exact same year that a private bank took over all of our money. Yeah, I'm sure it's a coincidence that that was the year they started taxing you. Like, you work, they print, and then you pay them back with interest. Yeah, that makes sense. The next thing created was the Rockefeller Foundation. Yeah, and let's be real, that was all about philanthropy. It's not like they took control of medicine, education, science, and basically the health of the world. I mean, let's be real, all they were doing was donating money. Yeah, it's not like they were buying control of everything. Oh, and that worked out so well, right? Because people are healthier and more self-sufficient than ever, right? Oh yeah, also in 1913 was the American Cancer Society. I mean, that sounds like a good thing, right? That can't possibly be bad, except it was completely funded by extremely wealthy people. But even though it was a charity, they never really gave to anyone. No, they just took their money and invested in pharmaceutical drugs. Oh, and chemo. Yeah, instead of taking that money and investing in companies that were trying to find a cure, no, we'll just invest in companies that use chemicals from the military that were later banned. Yeah, that's a good thing to keep fucking putting into people. Then also created in 1913, the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, which sure, yeah, it's about civil rights. Yeah, totally. It's not about censoring people or, silencing critics. And then in 1914, we had World War I. And that became the first war ever that private industry profited from war. The private industry that's owned by the same families that created the Fed, the IRS, the Rockefeller Foundation, the American Cancer Society, the ADL. Again, just a coincidence. Oh, I'd also like to point out that a year prior to 1913, 1912, yeah, that was when the Titanic sank. And it's funny how three of the wealthiest individuals on that ship were the loudest voices opposed to central banking. Oh, and there's also the little tidbit that J.P. Morgan was supposed to be on that boat, but he canceled at the last second. But yeah, I mean, that's conspiracy. That's tinfoil hat talk. So what's happened since 1913? Well, the dollar has lost 99% of its value. Our debt has just become like a number that we ignore. Middle class getting fucked daily. War is now an industry instead of a conflict. Oh yeah, and your money isn't real anymore. Like, it's just not real. It's not backed by anything. It's just numbers on a paper that private bank prints. So guys, look, if you're worried about America being conquered or, a rebellion or it being taken over, I just want you to recognize that you're more than 100 years too late. That shit already happened in 1913.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's 2026, allegedly. But they speed up time a lot. That's what the aliens do. Exactly what they do. Because they always trying to misdirect us from the truth.
Watch at the houses, she had her laptop, she would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm going to let people know who you've been hitting with them. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm going to sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. Period. And I gotta have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail. Period. There's no if, there's no ends, there's no buts. You know what you and Diddy was doing together in your younger years. All that's coming out.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up. Period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling So it's time for everybody that got a credible story, I should say, to start the process.
Now, no shade to Bilal, but at first, a lot of people thought he was clout chasing. But after these Epstein files got put on the internet, people are quickly realizing that they really can't put anything past these celebrities. Bashir isn't the first of his kind, and he definitely ain't gonna be the last. As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said, "They are wrong for what they did to that young man. A great talent destroyed. Will disappointed fans greatly. I can't even watch anything with him in it anymore." Another person said, "And this is why they are treating him like this now. Will Smith is a PDF. That's why the older son doesn't want anything to do with him. Will Smith has naked BB games in his house with rappers and sports players. He's just as bad as Diddy and Jay-Z." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Will Smith getting exposed by Kat for destroying Bryshir? And don't really believe that Will was on Epstein's island too? Let me know your thoughts.
Will was all over that island. Boy, I tell you, yeah, man, you know he was there. Him and Jada. Shit, they even brought the kids. Don't you better believe it. They got careers, right? Daughter can't even fucking. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Let's keep it rolling, y'all. Let's keep it rolling.
You know exactly what it is. So they're like, oh, well, Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files. Well, guess who else's name is in the Epstein files? Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Whoopi Goldberg and other members of The View are mentioned in the Epstein files a lot. Oh, wow. Well, two can play at this game. Let's go ahead and take this and do a little research ourselves, and we'll show you the actual documents. The ladies of The View have been harping on the Epstein files for months. Like other members of their party, they thought that this was an effective way to attack Trump. But it would surprise you to find out that these are the same idiots who actually are mentioned in the Epstein files themselves. Let's go ahead and watch and see how many times were they, in fact, mentioned. Whoopi Goldberg is mentioned 24 times. 21 total times. Wow. Alyssa Farah is mentioned 20 times. That's a lot. Joy Behar is mentioned 3 times. Anna Navarro has been mentioned twice. Sunny Hosen and Sarah Haynes are mentioned 0 times. Whoopi Goldberg is mentioned 24 times. She's the most mentioned inside of the Epstein files. Goodness, Whoopi. Weren't you the one who was saying that the Clintons cannot ignore the congressional subpoenas and that they look guilty just by proxy?
As
here?
I understand it, he's been given, you know, who's been given such a wide breadth. Does this mean that President Clinton technically doesn't have to testify? If he didn't have to testify.
No, he has to, right? They've agreed to, certainly. And I think, you know, the Clintons are playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers.
Oh, yeah, how'd that work out for you? This is so stupid. Oh, man. Okay. So they go on to say the Clintons should testify, and that clip went viral. They say the Clintons should testify. You got to get in this. Shut up. You got to testify. Because what you're doing here with Epstein looks dirty.
Hey, you funny for that one. I do something with her no eyebrow having that. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, but shit, she sucks. You know what I'm saying? We need to get her up out of there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be up. She on something. Maybe it's a peanut ball. Maybe.
So they have found out that the secret to our power lie in our trees. Tall, ancient trees that were reached like beyond the sky. You feel me? And we were connected to these trees, and our trees had powerful energies in it, memories in it. Our trees were seeing frequencies, the whole 9. We were blue, green, red. We did not have oxygen. We were only breathing hydrogen. All right? Oxygen makes you rust out. Oxygen is also not natural to the planet. Okay? So we was living our best life. We was doing our thing. And the Pleiadians, right? After playing it cool with us long enough to find out, you know, what it is that we do, you know, eventually they found out that, hold on, these people ain't shit without these energy towers and without these trees and without this sun. So the Pleiadians figured out, like, the sun is the source of their power. Without that sun, they have no power. The sun and these towers. Listen, we had on our planet, y'all. You got to understand. Every place y'all see a church was an energy tower. We had energy towers constructed all around the whole goddamn planet. And these energy towers we were connected to, and we had these little crystal chips that we were wearing on our heads, and they were like data chips. Our energy towers were filled with eons and eons of memories, and everything was in these energy towers, and we were connected to them, and it was also the source of our power. It's like Wi-Fi. It's like Wi-Fi. If you go cut the Wi-Fi box off, your ass ain't gonna get no power. So they knew that, okay, these towers powered them up. All right. So what happened was this.
You know, I can believe there used to be a lot of obelisks and stuff that powered us back in the day up in this land. Because you gotta remember, man, them old ass buildings ain't built by them; they founded them. So I just want to build me a fucking airship, bro. No lie, I want to get me like a submarine blimp ship, bro. Can't get the shit out of my fucking head. Get the fuck up out of this program.
So President Putin has said a few things that's got me a little rattled, and I think it'll have you rattled as well. Give me a second, let me explain. President Putin of Russia came out on the world stage and he gave a speech. In that speech, he said, I have proof, and this is all alleged. He said, I have proof that the American people are eating each other unbeknownst to them. That we are being fed each other, and we have no clue about it. Yeah, that's what he said. Number two, he said that allegedly he has video, audio, satellite images all across the board that will disprove what we have been taught and told about 9/11. Yeah. I don't know about you. I can't speak for everybody in the U.S. But President Putin, if you have this proof,
Facts, man. If you got this proof, man, you ain't supposed to withhold the truth. Tell us. That's it. Just say something. You know what I'm saying? Say something.
Let me see this. I want to pull this up and find it. It's a pentagram. It's not. No, it's not red. I mean, this, by the way, this is absolutely booing.
That's some good shit right there. Let me remove that for you guys so we can see this shit and play it again. There. Yeah.
Let me see this. I want to pull this up and find it. It's a pentagram. It's not. No, it's not red. I mean, this, by the way, this is absolutely booing.
That is absolutely booing. But hey, let's keep it moving.
So you're telling me the smartest, richest people on the planet are eating and sacrificing babies and praying to demons in a forest? That just proves God is real. And if God is real, that proves hell is real. And if hell is real, we need to start obeying God right now before we end up in it.
I think Frank left Vandal. He has something to do. And play that again.
So you're telling me the smartest, richest people on the planet are eating and sacrificing babies and praying to demons in a forest? That just proves God is real. And if God is real, that proves hell is real. And if hell is real, we need to start obeying God right now before we end up in it.
With some people, they gotta figure out, oh no, you still here? And he said, hold on, my G. Hey, but some people gotta figure out that it's still a mindset. So if you think positive, positive will happen. If you think negative, negative is gonna happen. So you have to keep everything how you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? If it's your perception, alter it a little bit to make it into a way that you can see it to where it benefits you, not how it hinders you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you don't want to be a hindrance.
So Mr. E, he's not with us, right? Like we were all told what happened in the prison cell, correct, right? Like the whole files and all of that stuff that's been coming out. There's no way that this guy was seen. There's no way. That you cannot, and I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking because when you compare certain photos to certain photos, nose structure, mouth structure, cheekbone structure, I know how similar that looks, but there's no way. There can't be. There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be, right? What do you think? Because I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I mean, if that's real, somebody's got some explaining to do.
Exactly. Good old Andrew Jackson. That dude cannot be unalived, man. That dude is like baby kids as well. I thought we was all passing time and shit, but this dude thought he passed in jail. He was just passing time until somebody let the blind follow where they fell.
So if Lucifer is the person that comes to you in the form to tell you that he can give you whatever you want if you just give him you, that means that you have to be able to give him you in order for you to make it do what it do. There's a duplicate for everybody you call famous. You cannot come before the world without being before Lucifer. You cannot go that far without coming before Lucifer. I met him and he's cool, but I just can't give him what he wants.
Yeah, he definitely ain't supposed to give him what he wants. You know what I'm saying? It's Lucifer.
Jeffrey Epstein played Fortnite. This is a guarantee because the V-Bucks transaction was in his account. Unless he bought it for one of the kids on the island, he was the one that was playing Fortnite. And I think there's a good chance he did. He played Minecraft, and he also played Pokemon Go. And he also played World of Warcraft. He probably just played Fortnite because it was pretty popular. He wanted to see what the hell it was about.
Yeah, I can't believe that one. Yo, what up, Metro? Now V-Bucks are compromised. Nah, man. This is the thing. The dude is supposed to be not here, remember? Remember, we just saw a video of him being somewhere that he's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be 6 feet under. This dude was in a different country, my guy. A different, like you over there in Mexico, this nigga over across the pond, my guy.
So if Lucifer is the person that comes to you in the form to tell you that he can give you whatever you want if you just give him you, that means that you have to be able to give him you in order.
This is the truth about Rashad Jamal. Alright, so I don't know if y'all seen it yet, but Rashad Jamal been stirring up the waters a little bit, you feel what I'm saying? He called out some of these people in the spiritual community who has a little bit more views, you feel what I'm saying? He basically saying, well, they are misinformation agents. I want y'all to know, I said this a couple years ago, either a year or two ago, I said this, you feel what I'm saying? So a lot of these people who you see in the spiritual community, you feel what I'm saying, which is why I'm not a part of it, they're agents, you feel what I'm saying? They're fear agents, you feel what I'm saying? They spread fear in the mask of information. So they tell you something that's actually beneficial, but they give it to you in a way that injects fear into your nervous system, you feel what I'm saying? And fear limits you. Fear suppresses you. Then you end up doing these things out of fear, not out of love, which is why they end up temporary, you feel what I'm saying? Or which is why they end up being a program rather than being an intuitive guide. And also I want to say, you don't have to pick or choose a side to say, I don't like these people, I like these people. Just sit back and just watch, because the truth will be revealed. But I do want to say this though. All the people who are actually doing something or have actually done something for the people, they get attacked. It's a reason these people who are on the spiritual community and making all these videos and stuff, it's a reason they go up so easily and they go viral and they be with these other people and this and that. And it's a reason why people like Rashad Jamal get silenced and put in jail, or people like me, they try to hide my page, where people who follow me can't even find my page, and people make all type of fake accounts and stuff. Or people like Young Pharaoh, which you see how they attacked him and got him. Or people like Malcolm X, who was generally for the people, and you see how he was got by his own people. And you see people like Martin Luther King, where they use Martin Luther King, and then once Martin Luther King found out they was using him, they offed him. Or Marcus Garvey, XXXTentacion, they used him to spread the message of violence, and then once he started becoming awakened and started trying to heal people, they offed him. And I can keep going on and on and on. Anybody who's actually doing something, they attack, they suppress, try to defame their character. Anybody who's actually telling the truth. Remember that now. Okay, if you look at the history, anybody who was generally trying to help the people, something happened to them. But the people who were generally not trying to help the people for real, they always live and always become successful in their system easily. They always say one thing with their mouth, but then their actions so differently. They always spread division. They never bring the people together. They never tell the people to fight for each other. They always tell the people to play into the system some more, which grows the system, what keeps the system going. It's almost like they're doing what kind of benefits them and not actually doing it for the people. Now, I'm not talking about the people that Rashad Jamal named, because I don't even watch some of them people. I don't even know what they got going on, but I also know that intuitively I have felt some type of energies about some of them people. So with that being said, just stay vigilant and just know what's going on. I love y'all. You guys are Mari.
Hey, that dude don't miss. So man, I can't find a video or the guy that was talking shit. He go for Marcus to Tentacion. Where's the best? Well, you gotta remember, all three of them niggas had alleged sex cases, bro. You understand what I'm saying, Vandal? All right, just as long as we on that page. Oh yeah. Like that. That was nice.
I just got a call from one of my buddies. He's active duty Air Force stationed at Anderson Base in Guam. And what he told me, you're not going to hear it in the news. Follow and hear this all the way through. He's been active duty for 12 years, a staff sergeant in logistics stationed at Anderson Air Force Base. He's not some intel officer. He's the guy who sees what gets loaded, when, and how fast. And right now, he says it's different. He said, quote, "Something big is coming. They've never moved this much gear this fast without broadcasting it to allies." Over the last 72 hours, he's watched entire fleets get repositioned, fuel dumps refilled, runway activity spiking at 3 a.m., and aircraft normally stored for inspection suddenly prepped and rolled out. Then he said the line that shook me. "They're loading like we're not coming back." Now maybe it's just a drill or some routine op that we're not cleared to know about. But you tell me, why the silence? Why the urgency, and why now? If you've got military friends seeing anything weird, comment below. We're connecting dots in real time. In spite of the noise, some truth still whispers, and if you know where to listen, they're loud as sirens.
My thing is this: on the 18th, I think something's gonna happen. Now, it's gonna be something big, but I don't know what it is. I hope I'm wrong. Really do. I really do. I really hope I'm wrong. Because I hope nothing does happen. Hope we all live a peaceful life. You know what I'm saying? And everything is done right. God got us, right? I mean, God did it.
What's that? Oh, the CIA released a document saying that the Earth is a hologram. Imagine that. And that we can access superhuman abilities. And they explain so how in this document. Tell me more! Yeah, you heard that right. According to the CIA released document, they explain how humans can access superhuman ability. Now, the way they say that you can do this is by going through hemisync. Oh, what's hemisync, you ask? Well, it's basically getting your brain synced up together so that both parts of the brain are in harmony. Okay. So how do we do that? Oh, well, what you do is you have to have a frequency playing in each ear, but a different frequency on each ear between 3 and 7 hertz. Okay. The document states that basically once you have this hemisync, you are able to basically do anything in this hologram. I love it.
Hmm. Hmm. So we have to unlock the isekai abilities now, huh?
Why is nobody talking about this? Listen. This is the 1587 Urbano Monte map, a map so detailed, so advanced, that it feels less like an artifact and more like a confession. Because Urbano didn't just draw continents, he drew creatures, portals, kingdoms, and lands that should not exist in the world we were taught. Look at the layout. It's circular, layered, almost like he was mapping a realm, not a planet. And then there's a strange Latin, hidden inscriptions, symbols, messages that modern historians brush off as artistic flair, but you and I both know better. Why do ancient maps show regions beyond the poles? Why do they depict entire civilizations outside the boundaries of our known realm? And why, after this map was created, did every future map suddenly become simple, clean, and stripped of anything mysterious? Well, it's almost like someone didn't want us asking questions. The Urbano Monte map isn't just a map, it's a reminder, a whisper from the past, that the world we're told to believe in might only be a fraction of what's really out there. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. This is for entertainment purposes only, but remember, we're building.
Yeah, fuck D-Bell, or B-Dell, whatever the fuck his name is. Fuck Fousey 1-2. Yeah, he had to recent video saying when Jamal get out to come see him for a favor. That means Jamal getting out then, right? I mean, I could take it as that, right? So that's technically how I'm gonna take it. Where is Shoes? dude over there on fucking TikTok, man. Get your ass over here, shoes. What the hell?
The Epstein files leak exactly when World War III is going to happen. It says it was on February 8th, and now articles are saying there is going to be a plan to initiate World War III during the Super Bowl on Sunday. Just to show you and verify, the Super Bowl is February 8th, 2 days away. And not only did the Epstein files leak exactly when World War III is going to happen, but it leaked the nuclear energy company they will be using, and that Bill Gates and NVIDIA are going to be pouring billions of dollars into, which the company is called Beam, which is sitting at a $3.9 million market cap right now, which when they inject billions of dollars into, this shit is going to fucking skyrocket to tens and hundreds of billions of dollars. So if you were to put $1,000 into Beam right now, and they inject billions of dollars into, like the Epstein files said, you will be sitting well over $100,000. Possibly way more. So before everything in the Epstein files become true, you need to grab as much Beam as you possibly can right now.
Yeah, hey, certain words are gonna be blocked in the chat, like anything that's kind of like demonetizable for like YouTube standards type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it does pop up on the screen. I don't want the problems. Feel me? Say, but yeah. Okay, I gotta go for real. Love y'all. All right, peace, Frank. Catch you on the next one, Brody. Much love, bro.
What are the odds of this?
Yeah, so there's the Nickelodeon logo, right? And like the perspective I've got, I don't have a full top down, but you can almost see there's that little nub out there.
I think it's just the way that the camera is taking this picture. If you look at a direct bird's eye satellite view of Epstein Island, I mean, it's pretty much the Nickelodeon logo.
Yeah, so there.
That's crazy, huh? Wow. How about that? Damn, what are the odds of that? Wow, what the fuck? Holy.
SpongeBob, Nickelodeon. Damn, bro. Scotty B, what it be? How you doing, Joe? Long time from the 818. You know what I'm saying? Long time no see, Brody. How you been? How you been? What it do? Shit, smoking that. Yeah, I wish I could. I'm almost out, man. I got a little bit, probably about like this much in my container. I'm good though.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
The American populace is facing an unconventional warfare scenario. This is information warfare.
Mm-hmm. Information warfare. And the tacticians are the ones who are writing the damn algorithms, writing the damn fucking coding scripts, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the ones who are fucking with the AI, teaching it how to teach, teaching it how to learn shit, teaching it what to teach, so that we don't learn. Listen, I like saying juice tube. That's nice. Let's keep moving though.
I did not just wake up out of my slumber to see reports that Mark Ruffalo, my king Mark Ruffalo, my Hulk Mark Ruffalo, fired by Disney, allegedly.
I want to ask you right off the bat, how much fun is it in that room?
It's usually a lot of fun, but I got to be honest with you, I'm not feeling so great. We have, I mean, listen, you could go sell cars and walk.
I don't know what's up with him, man, but you be doing butt stuff. You was on the island too, huh? Why did you go to that island? Should have never went to the island. I'm just saying.
Here's the dragon update you've all been waiting for. I know you've all heard about Earth going through her birthing pains, and yesterday you heard about a 7.3 earthquake near Alaska. Y'all want to know who it is? Well, let's talk about it. First off, this is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I'm about to say is completely false. Now, for those of you that follow me, you see that I predicted an earthquake and exactly where it was going to happen, when it was going to happen earlier this year. And for those of you that didn't see that video, it's pinned in my profile. But right here, you can see where the 7.3 earthquake was. And for everyone that don't know, all right, Levi starts here, all right? Just imagine like a alligator nose right here, going around to the head and to the neck, all right? But it's more like a snake. It goes through here. This is the belly of the beast. We're going to follow it all the way up here. Hey, Yellowstone, why are you going off right now? We'll get back to that too. It goes all the way around, comes here, goes into a tail. For those of you that are familiar with reptiles poop chute is called a cloaca.
It's called a cloaca. Let's see. But I digress. We know what this damn serpent is. I did a lot more research on it myself, figuring out that the whole Antarctic is a giant serpent. Isn't that wonderful? So we're basically living on giant dragons that could be fallen either seraphim, which are serpent fin, flying dragons. You know what I'm saying? Serpents with wings. Which kind of sounds like a Leviathan. So I think he want bro to wake up. I don't think he wants him to wake up. Honestly, I would love the dude to stay asleep. You know what I'm saying? We still got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But it is the time we're living in, so if it happens, it happens. And you just be prepared. Get you a boat, motherfucking floaty, something. The Trump show. The Trump show. He trying to give us some money. Maybe we'll vote for him again. No, it ain't happening. The Trump show. Let's get the money though.
Mel Gibson here. Mel Gibson speaking from my office. It is me. I just want to say that I have no presence on social media. I don't have any Facebook or any domain or any website, no sites at all. So that if anyone is giving money to some of these websites that claim to be me, you're being scammed, okay? Because I don't have any presence on social media. Okay.
Mm. Mm. If you don't have no presence, what the fuck was that, my guy? Hmm? Hmm? But if you put your face out there now, and they face off your ass with AI and shit, now you're gonna be saying some shit you don't want to be saying. So what you doing? Let's think, man.
Hold on, so let me get this straight. Vampires are real, time travel is real, aliens are real, our country is ran by pedophiles, we ain't never been to space, the Matrix is real, we live in the Matrix, and everybody that's rich and famous and got some power worship the devil. Got it.
Mm. Mm. He ain't wrong. If he was, I would have said something already, but I can't, because he ain't wrong. Type shit, facts.
Hi Sinat has been replaced. They do this to all the regular people who make it big. Anyone with a platform this big is either seed of the serpent or replaced by one. We are living in the end times. That's why it's so sloppy now and the veil is lifting. They aren't even trying to hide it anymore. So you can see here, these are two photos of Kai. And because he looks slightly different, this is a totally different person.
See, the thing about it is, I said we all live inside someone. Yeah. I mean, the spirit just controls the brain, right? Which controls the spine or the nerves, which controls the skeleton system. So we're just operating at a different level of understanding, if you will. See, if you think of yourself as the mind operating the brain, that's operating the nervous system, that's operating the skin, well, the skeleton inside of the skin suit, you know what I'm saying, the meat, flesh, skin suit, then you'd understand that there's a bigger operation than what you're doing. You're supposed to maintain the skin we live on, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And maintain the skin you're in by harvesting the fruits that the skin that you live on bear, not the fruits that you bear. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us haven't even understand it, the part about the fruits that we bear are people that are feeding the fruits that we bear to us, which is kind of messed up if you think about it, because those people call us goyim, which we aren't. Should, if anything, we are more Jew than the Jewish people, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the real jewels of Israel. That's simple.
Last week, a baby dolphin was birthed in the waters of Japan with the birthmark on its belly of the Big Dipper. Now, this is a huge deal and is putting the religious scholar community into a tizzy because of this man. Over 100 years ago, his name is Hitsu Nakamanyana. He's considered a prophet in the northern regions of the Japan part of the Asia. He said, after my death, many years, a dolphin will be birthed in our waters, and on its belly, it will carry the sign of the stars of Hanasui. And that's what they called the Big Dipper. And when this comes, it will be a sure sign that in 3 months henceforth, sky cousins will descend from the stars to earth, and humanity will get super fearful, and the big nations of the earth will split up and be divided. but in time they will come together in joy and accept the message that our sky cousins are bringing to Earth to elevate humanity as one to the next dimensioner. So I'm curious what you think it means, but it clearly the prophecy has come to pass.
Yes, yes, it has. Now we just have to wait for them to come down, right? Because that's only part of the prophecy, you jackass. Dumbass.
Y'all look close. Y'all tell me what's wrong with this picture right here. Once again, like I said, I don't think there ain't nobody that they ain't touched yet. Hollywood stage, Truman Show. Once again, all actors. Tell me what y'all think.
Hey, Boogie. If you throw a barbecue, they're probably going to shoot you, bro. Because they know that that's not cow meat, bro. Okay? You feel me? Feel me? All right.
Bust down, roll the this my first time rapping it. I might go and touch. Bentley coupe, I'm dashing it. Instead of my money.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that was AI. I do not think that was AI. Yeah, you might get away with a fish fry, bro. You might get away with that because that's not me. But I don't think this is AI.
Bust down, roll the this my first time rapping it. I might go and touch. Bentley coupe, I'm dashing it. Instead of my money.
Yeah. You said fish are people. What kind of fish are you? That's not right, DJ. It's not right.
You guys be thinking I'm crazy sometimes, but I'm telling you, Florida is the head of a venomous snake and Key West is the fangs. Now, let's talk about it. Take a good look at this pic here, all right? You can see the eye, the membrane of the eye. You can see the nose and the fangs. Now pay attention. All right, you guys, if you look here, you can see the anatomy of a poisonous snake. What we have here is the head, the eye, and here's the fangs, all right? If you look here, this is me turning Florida sideways to match this picture. And as you can see here with the nose and the eye, nose area here where the fang comes out, nose area here where the fang comes out, all right? Here's your eye. Here's your eye, all right? Now, watch the structure of the head. See it dips, comes back up and over. See, we dip, come back up and over, all right? Right here.
Yeah, he did need to move the tower. It was all in the way. All in the way. I don't know if he knows what he's doing anymore.
I don't know what happened in 19...
You guys be thinking I'm crazy sometimes, but I'm telling you, Florida is the head of a...
I don't know what happened in 1990. There was no plague that was killing children that we had to triple the amount of vaccines.
What happened after 1989?
The Why did they
That warranted 26 more vaccines.
Greed.
Are all of them absolutely necessary?
Because they want to make money.
Of course.
It's twice as many as anywhere else in 30 countries in the Western world.
But
we give twice as many shots as any of those countries. Why is that?
Well, what are you against? Don't vaccinate for this, but vaccinate for that?
Yes.
I think we have to choose which ones are absolutely necessary.
You should educate yourself. We want to empower parents to educate themselves. Do we need to have the chickenpox? Do we need the hepatitis B shot on the second day of life?
I don't think we can afford to assume that the people who are charged with our public health any longer have our best interest at heart all the time. Parents have to make their own decisions, educated decisions. They have to look at the information.
Space out the vaccines, delay them till after 1, clean out the toxins that are in them. We don't need that many.
Why would a doctor not want to know more about something that could save a life or prevent a disease? I don't understand.
The AAP is financed by the drug companies. Medical schools are financed by the drug companies. This is a huge business. Vaccines are the largest growing division of the pharmaceutical industry. $13 billion.
They control medical schools.
What we're asking is for them to take a loss for the good of our children. That's a tough sell in a boardroom.
That's real talk too, man. That was like a power couple real quick. You know what I'm saying? That's like the real power couple type shit.
Why would the Super Bowl be using the same exact colors as the emergency broadcast system alert? This is the broadcast system alert. I know we've seen this so much. Remember when we was younger, it would come on TV and say, this is just a test. So why would they be using the same exact colors? Will something happen? Or maybe, just maybe, it's just a test. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. Fair, 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 fair. Never fear nothing in its reality. So when you see things like this take place, don't fear it. Try to overstand it. The people that control this world, they use rituals, symbols, and logos and everything. This is no mistake. It means something. In order to understand this, you must know each color in the broadcast has a meaning. Once you understand the meaning of the colors, it will make sense. But just know that the people that control this world, they are using frequency weapons. Frequency weapons to control your colors. The broadcast colors are connected to your spiritual colors. The only way they can make stuff happen, they need us. They cannot manifest anything without our energy. The reason why the media repeats the same news over and over, if you repeat a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. Anytime you hear them say it's going to be a broadcast, that means they're going to broad the magic cast out to the world. And this will be the first time that the Super Bowl will be shown worldwide. Meaning this magic spell is going to touch everyone that walk on this planet. It's Super Bowl 60, so the spell that's going out will be number 6. 9, take you up. 6, take you down. Super Bowl 60 will be on February 8th. The second month, the 8th day, 2 plus 8 is 10. The year is 2026, another 10. There will be some kind of threat, but it's a spiritual threat. These people have frequencies and technology where they can make people do certain things that they don't want to do. That's why it's always best to avoid large crowds. Everything is energy. So next time you hear the word emergency, just understand. Energy is in the word emergency. Everything you see around you, the table, the door, your car, it looks physical, but it's all energy. The Super Bowl is taking place in San Francisco. San Francisco is known for the Golden Bridge. Our chakras are nothing but the rainbow. And once you get over the rainbow, what do you get? The pot of gold. In this case, the pot of gold is the Golden Bridge. Don't fear this. Understand it.
What if on the 18th? Now work with me, y'all. Work with me now. What if on the 18th, San Francisco got hit by the earthquake? And that bridge came falling down. What if it turned back into an island? Work with me now. Just change. But I digress. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Just putting it there, shit. Like, if it do happen, that's how I picture it gonna happen. You feel me? Because they've been fucking with these snakes, right? And snakes gonna end up moving one way or another. But you gotta be clever in this thing we in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're only getting one. You know? And then at that, I'm gonna let it say like this, because I got work tomorrow. And I got a card game. So, with that being said, I appreciate you, family, for coming out here, spending the time with me, you know what I'm saying? Looking at these TikTok videos, helping me, you know what I'm saying, give you my perspective on the whole aspect of the whole thing, and show you where I'm coming from, what I see, what I feel. You know what I mean? But these are just some crazy TikTok videos, you know, just for entertainment purposes only. TikTok, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all entertainment. Thank y'all for stopping by. Appreciate it. See y'all on the next one. You know what I mean?
Friends are some of the fakest people you ever have in your life. Because friends will never allow you to just be yourself. Oh man, nigga, you sound like you're getting weak. Oh man, you sound like you get. They ain't gonna let you say, man, I'm hurt right now, homie. I feel like hurt. They gonna go tell somebody, man, nigga talking about killing himself. So friends don't check on nobody. Family go check on your family. Because friends have to fake with one another. Friends have to be fake in order for us to be real friends. I can't tell you, nigga, you wrong when you wrong.
I felt that! My bad. That shit hit me. That shit hit me, man. That shit touched me on another level.
Homie, friends don't let each other be who they really want to be, my nigga. I got to be who you want me to be so we can remain friends. If I tell you I don't like this, I don't want to kick that nigga, I don't want to rob that nigga, and we from the same hood, but we friends. I can't go against my friend because my friend gonna quit me. So if I'm really your friend, I can tell you no. I can tell you I don't like this. I don't want to do this. Say, homie, I'm on the phone with my girl. Can you cut this down? And you don't say, oh, man, nigga caking on the phone. My friend understand this is my girl. So when he heard me talking to my girl, he cut the music down. Without shaming me. Friends wake up every day to shame one another. Why do you want me to believe when you call me, homie, and we Jones and high side? What friends do with each other. But man, my family ain't gonna do this. So I build a family away from a family, nigga.
We had a saying where we would be like, peace, be safe. But then we heard Nipsey say, stay dangerous. And I never understood it. But then when I finally understood it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Stay dangerous. Because when you are, you're aware. If you're part of the danger, you can see the danger around you as well. You have to stay dangerous. Because if we're not, we're going to get caught unaware. And then we're just a pawn being used. When you carry yourself like a king, you will be.
Mars. Only a fool would include his own death as part of a plan. Young lady.
Mars so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay.
The real flex is how many lives you can positively impact. It's not about cars, clothes, or clout. Influence means nothing if you're not helping somebody to grow. The legacy you leave won't be measured by what you had, but by who you helped. Real power